Previously, in the anime, Lloyd beats out the Assassin Guild thoroughly and saw they can't control their powers, and because of it, they were shunned and kicked out by the society, so Lloyd helped them out with a magic mark that helped them in controlling their own powers, after which Galio tells Lloyd that their leader Jade was the same as them. He had teleportation powers and randomly keeps teleporting here and there. He made this Assassin Guild for the outcasts like them, but he vanished and never returned, yet they kept operating even after that, and later got the news that Kingdom was preparing for war with the Kingdom of Lordest, so they were just finding information on that, and while Lloyd was hearing his story, suddenly a letter arrived from out of nowhere, so Lloyd took off to meet the Lord of Lordest with the Assassin Guild, and that is where episode 7 ended, so now episode 8, the letter that arrived had the Assassin Guild's mark, which means it was from Jade. He was alive after all, and he said he had become the Lord of Lordest. So he invited all of them there so that they could live there. So Galio got on his knee and promised to repay Lloyd for his help. Ren asked Lloyd to apply that same mark on Jade as well, but the letter arrived here with a pinpoint location, which only means that Jade could control his powers. So, was he lying that he couldn't control his powers? That raised the doubt that this could be dangerous, but Ren says Jade must have learned it, and Lloyd said he wants to go with them to learn teleportation, but it could be a trap, so Lloyd tells Ren not to worry and just relax. Ren started to have the feeling for Lloyd. And that is how they were traveling together, but none of them could hold on to fast travel, so Lloyd decided to take a break for their sake. Then Ren got ready to hunt something down to eat and ran off. She's trying to impress Lloyd, but Ren grew up in the forest when she accidentally killed her parent, and that's when Jade found her and brought her to their hideout. At that time her body excluded poison in exposure. But Jade still decided to take her in. Everyone in the team were against it. But Jade never abandoned her. So everyone gave up in front of his stubbornness and created clothes for Rem so that her poison wouldn't leak out. He was like a godfather for her that gave her a new life, and since then Ren thought of Jade as her big brother. Well, same goes for everyone, and some time later, Ren made something to eat that destroyed the appetite, so they can't serve this to a prince. But Lloyd already started munching it down because he had eaten way worse things in his previous life, so compared to that, this was much better, so after him, others also started eating it and they like whatever this was. Now that made them remember this one time Jade told them that their bounties will be lifted soon. It made them dance in joy and seeing them this happy. Jade confessed he's the son of Lordest King, but his family thinks only about war. So Jade wanted to change them, and for that he gathered them all for having strong allies on his side. He was using them all, but yeah, no one cares, because Jade was the one who gave them hope. He could have kept silence, but yet he confessed honestly. But now Jade changed his mind and wants to settle things on his own way. Because if others find out that the Assassin Guild killed nobles, their dream to become free would be jeopardized. He still wished to live with them as he felt like family here. But the Lordest is starting a war one day and Jade needs to stop them, so he asked them to keep the guild running even if he dies. But if he survived, Jade promised to make a land where the Blighted could live freely, and with that promise he took off, and now he finally contacted them, so they were happily going to Lordest. But Lloyd falls asleep after meal, and even then he had a crazy barrier on. So Ren told them they should check out the manor first before putting Lloyd in danger. They asked Grim to stay behind, but if something happened to them, Grim would be responsible. So he joined them for scouting and seeing Jade first. They got into the land, but everything seemed normal so far. Then a strange creature came in and brought them down and warmly welcomed them because they were from the Assassin Guild. Jade had prepared this welcoming party for them specially. Then there he comes. Everyone were delighted to see him, especially Ren. But suddenly the climax happened. And Jade used Crow's ability of cursed words to make them bow down. It was all his plan to collect blighted people in top conditions, and seeing them those things were drooling. And the best product they think is Ren. Grim tries to protect them, but he was no match for whatever this thing was. Grim lands directly where Lloyd was, and there he woke up and heard the story. On the other side, these things showed their real face. They are the demons from the netherworld and the demon who's inside Jade. He came here specially to get Jade's body because he has teleportation powers. He's Gurisarm of the netherworld, and he killed Jade and took over his body. He slowly took his time to kill Jade from within, but still Jade tried to put up a fight as best as he could. He cared a lot about his friends, But blighted bodies are suitable for demons to contain, so Jade chose to die before demons goes after his friends. He even killed himself knowing that if he died, the demon will die, but the demon healed him at the last moment. So Jade tried to kill himself in every way possible, but it made him wear out more and finally died early, so now the demons want to eat all of them as well, and their Gurusame told everyone that Ren had killed her own parents to torment her more, but there he saw the mark Lloyd had engraved on her, so he asked Ren who did this, but Ren resisted his order by biting her own tongue. But Gurusame kept ordering her with Crow's ability, and right there Lloyd casted his spell to kill out every weeds that were enjoying this show. The spell was too overpowered that opened the gateway to hell, and Ren was relieved to see that Lloyd has arrived to save them. But that's where our episode 8 comes to an end, but if you haven't seen the previous episodes of this anime, there is a playlist link in the description where you can watch them all, so please do so to fully understand the story. Until then, take care.